Imagine a future where silence is faster than noise, where size no longer limits speed, where a 7-seat family SUV can out-accelerate yesterday's supercars without burning a single drop of fuel. This is not a concept anymore. This is 2026. And today on Auto Pedia, we are diving deep into the most powerful new full-electric SUVs officially confirmed for the 2026 era. These are real vehicles, real specifications, and real engineering statements from the brands themselves. No rumors, no guesses, no fantasy numbers. Just raw electric performance, cutting-edge platforms, and the kind of torque that rewires what we expect from an SUV. Electric SUVs are no longer about compromise. They are about domination. And the first proof of that comes from a car that looks compact but behaves like a precision-guided missile. The 2026 Volvo EX30 cross-country dual motor represents Volvo's most aggressive interpretation of a small electric SUV to date. In its most powerful configuration, the twin-motor performance setup, the EX30 delivers a combined output of approximately 428 horsepower. That power comes from two permanently excited electric motors, one mounted on each axle, creating a true all-wheel drive system without any mechanical driveshaft. The result is instant torque distribution that reacts in milliseconds, not seconds. This is crucial because in an electric SUV of this size, traction control and inverter response matter more than raw horsepower alone. The cross-country variant adds more than just visual toughness. It is tuned for uneven surfaces, higher ride height, and enhanced stability mapping, meaning the power delivery is calibrated to work on gravel, snow, and imperfect tarmac. The battery pack, mounted low in the floor, lowers the center of gravity dramatically compared to combustion SUVs, and that gives the EX30 Cross Country an advantage in both stability and cornering control. Despite its compact footprint, acceleration is aggressive, with a 0 to 100 km/h time in the low 4-second range, a figure that would have been unthinkable for a vehicle like this just a few years ago. Charging capability is equally important. Volvo engineers designed the EX30 around fast DC charging, allowing the battery to recharge from 10 to 80% in under half an hour under optimal conditions. That means this SUV is not just quick off the line, but also practical for real-world use. The EX30 Cross Country is proof that entry-level electric SUVs are no longer slow, soft, or compromised. They are sharp, fast, and technologically dense. But if the EX30 is Volvo showing what's possible at the compact end, the next vehicle is Volvo showing absolute authority at the top. The Volvo EX90 Dual Motor Performance is the brand's electric flagship, and in its most powerful configuration, it delivers approximately 680 horsepower and around 870 Nm of torque. This is a full-size, 3-row luxury SUV capable of accelerating from 0 to 100 km/h in just over 4 seconds. Let that sink in. This is a vehicle designed to carry families, luggage, and trailers, yet it produces performance figures that rival high-performance sports sedans. The secret lies in the EX90's advanced electrical architecture. Built around a high-voltage system, the EX90 supports extremely fast DC charging and sustained power delivery without thermal overload. The battery pack exceeds 100 kilowatt-hours in capacity, providing both long-distance range and the ability to repeatedly deliver high output without significant power fade. Volvo also engineered the EX90 with towing in mind. And despite its electric nature, it can haul serious weight thanks to the instant torque characteristics of its dual motor setup. But performance here is not just about speed, it's about control. Torque vectoring, stability systems, and advanced software allow the EX90 to manage its mass intelligently. The vehicle continuously monitors traction, wheel slip, steering angle, and throttle input to deliver power exactly where it's needed. This transforms what could be a heavy SUV into something that feels composed, predictable, and surprisingly agile for its size. From Sweden, we now move to South Korea, where Hyundai has been quietly rewriting the rules of electric vehicle engineering. The Hyundai Ioniq 9 is a large, 3-row electric SUV built on Hyundai's advanced electric platform, and in its most powerful all-wheel drive performance configuration, it delivers approximately 320 kilowatts of total system output. That translates to around 430 horsepower. Power is split evenly between the front and rear motors, creating balanced acceleration and excellent traction under load. The Ioniq 9 is not designed to be a drag strip monster. Instead, it focuses on sustained performance, long-distance comfort, and efficiency at highway speeds. Its battery pack exceeds 110 kilowatt-hours, one of the largest in its class, allowing for extended range even with aggressive driving. Hyundai's engineers have emphasized charging performance with ultra-fast DC charging capability that allows the Ioniq 9 to recover hundreds of kilometers of range in under half an hour. Where the Ioniq 9 truly stands out is in its thermal management. High-output electric SUVs generate enormous heat, especially under load or while towing. Hyundai's system actively manages battery temperature, inverter cooling, and motor efficiency to maintain consistent performance over time. This makes the Ioniq 9 a genuine long-distance electric SUV, not just a city cruiser with impressive specs. Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour happens in just over 5 seconds, which may sound modest compared to some rivals, but in a vehicle of this size and purpose, it strikes a deliberate balance between power, efficiency, and durability. The Ioniq 9 is designed to move fast without stressing itself, a philosophy that prioritizes longevity and reliability. Now let's talk about a vehicle that does not try to hide its intentions. The 2026 Kia EV9 GT is Kia's most extreme electric SUV to date. In its GT configuration, the EV9 produces approximately 502 horsepower, delivered through a high-output dual-motor all-wheel drive system. This is not just a cosmetic performance package. The EV9 GT receives unique drivetrain calibration, aggressive torque mapping, and suspension tuning designed to handle repeated high-load acceleration. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 4.5 seconds, which places the EV9 GT firmly in high-performance territory. But more importantly, the power delivery is immediate and relentless. Electric motors deliver peak torque from 0 RPM, and Kia has tuned the EV9 GT to exploit that characteristic fully. The EV9 GT also benefits from a large battery pack designed to handle both power and range demands. Kia's focus here is on versatility. The EV9 GT can be driven aggressively, loaded with passengers, or used for long trips without constant charging anxiety. Advanced drive modes allow the driver to alter throttle response, stability control intervention, and power distribution, transforming the vehicle's personality at the press of a button. This is Kia openly challenging premium brands, not just on price, but on engineering confidence. The EV9 GT is not pretending to be sporty. It is engineered to be fast, stable, and repeatable in its performance. And now, we arrive at one of the most technically fascinating electric SUVs currently on the market. The BMW iX M70 represents the absolute peak of BMW's current electric SUV performance. In its most aggressive driving mode, the iX M70 delivers up to 485 kilowatts of power, equivalent to roughly 659 horsepower. With launch control activated, torque output reaches an astonishing 100 newton meters. The result is a 0 to 100 km per hour time of approximately 3.8 seconds, making it one of the fastest SUVs BMW has ever produced, electric or otherwise. The iX M70 is not just powerful, it is intelligent. BMW's engineers have developed sophisticated software that allows short bursts of maximum output without compromising battery health. Power delivery is modulated based on temperature, state of charge, and traction conditions, ensuring that performance is available when needed, but not at the expense of reliability. The battery pack in the iX M70 has a usable capacity of nearly 109 kilowatt-hours, providing a balance between range and performance. Charging speeds are competitive, and the vehicle supports high-power AC charging as well, making it suitable for both daily use and long-distance travel. What sets the iX M70 apart is how it feels at speed. Despite its mass, it remains stable, planted, and confident. Rear-biased all-wheel drive tuning gives it a dynamic character that feels unmistakably BMW. This is an electric SUV that does not apologize for being fast. It embraces it. The Cadillac Escalade IQ. This is not a concept. This is not a design study. This is a full-size, body-on-frame and spirit American luxury icon, rebuilt from the ground up as a full electric vehicle. And in its most powerful configuration, the Escalade IQ delivers up to 750 horsepower and more than 1,000 Newton-meters of torque when operating in its maximum performance mode. To understand how wild this is, you need context. The Escalade IQ is enormous. It is long, wide, heavy, and unapologetically dominant in physical presence. And yet, Cadillac engineered it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 5 seconds. That level of performance in a vehicle of this size is only possible because electric motors do not care about mass the way combustion engines do. They deliver peak torque instantly, and when paired with a massive battery pack and sophisticated traction control, they make physics feel optional. The Escalade IQ uses a battery exceeding 200 kilowatt-hours in capacity, one of the largest ever installed in a production passenger vehicle. This massive energy reserve allows Cadillac to combine extreme power output with long-range capability, targeting well over 400 miles of range in real-world conditions. Charging is handled through high-power DC fast charging, allowing the Escalade IQ to recover substantial range in a relatively short time despite the sheer size of its battery. But the real story is how Cadillac uses software to manage this power. The Escalade IQ offers multiple driving modes that alter throttle response, suspension behavior, and power delivery. In everyday use, it behaves like a refined luxury cruiser. In performance mode, it unleashes its full output, transforming a luxury living room on wheels into something that accelerates with shocking urgency. This is American excess, redefined for the electric age. From American scale, we now pivot to Scandinavian restraint, blended with precision engineering. The Polestar 3, in its most powerful configuration with the Performance Pack, represents a very different philosophy. Here, performance is not about overwhelming size or spectacle. It is about balance, control, and efficiency. The Polestar 3 delivers approximately 517 horsepower and over 670 Newton-meters of torque through a dual-motor all-wheel drive system. Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 4.5 seconds, but the more important metric is how the power is delivered. Polestar has focused heavily on torque vectoring, allowing the rear motor system to actively distribute torque between the rear wheels. This improves cornering stability, reduces understeer, and gives the Polestar 3 a driving character that feels closer to a performance sedan than a traditional SUV. The battery pack is over 100 kilowatt-hours in capacity, enabling long-distance travel without frequent charging stops. Charging performance is competitive, and the vehicle is optimized for efficiency at highway speeds. Polestar's approach emphasizes repeatable performance. The vehicle is designed to deliver consistent acceleration, consistent handling, and predictable behavior, even when driven hard over extended periods. Inside, the minimalist design reinforces the vehicle's technical identity. This is a machine designed to work intelligently rather than shout loudly. The Polestar 3 proves that electric performance does not need to be aggressive in appearance to be serious in capability. Next, we move into the future of one of the most influential automotive brands on the planet. The BMW iX3 50-drive Neue Klasse is more than just another electric SUV. It is the first clear expression of BMW's next-generation electric architecture. In its most powerful configuration, the iX3 delivers approximately 469 horsepower and around 645 Newton-meters of torque, with a 0 to 100 km/h time of just under 5 seconds. But the numbers alone do not tell the full story. The Neue Klasse platform introduces an 800-volt electrical architecture, allowing for significantly improved charging speeds and reduced energy losses. The battery pack has a usable capacity of over 108 kilowatt-hours, and BMW targets extremely high efficiency, resulting in a range that can exceed 700 kilometers under ideal conditions. This vehicle is designed to be fast, yes, but also to be efficient at speed. BMW's 6th-generation eDrive technology focuses on improving motor efficiency, inverter response, and thermal stability. The result is an SUV that can deliver strong acceleration without sacrificing range or durability. Driving dynamics remain a core BMW priority. The iX3 Neue Klasse uses advanced chassis tuning, precise steering calibration, and rear-biased all-wheel drive behavior to maintain the brand's signature driving feel. This is BMW making a clear statement. Electric does not mean abandoning driving pleasure. It means redefining how it is achieved. Now, we arrive at a subject that requires clarity and honesty. The Mercedes-Benz electric SUV, positioned for the 2026 timeframe, often referred to as the EQC successor, represents a strategic reset for Mercedes' electric lineup. Rather than simply evolving the original EQC, Mercedes is developing a new generation electric midsize SUV based on its latest electric vehicle architecture. While final power output figures for the most powerful version have not yet been officially confirmed, Mercedes has made it clear that this vehicle will represent a major leap in electric performance, efficiency, and digital integration. The focus is on advanced software-defined vehicle systems, next-generation battery technology, and significantly improved charging performance compared to earlier Mercedes electric models. Mercedes' strategy emphasizes smooth, effortless power delivery rather than headline-grabbing acceleration numbers. The most powerful version is expected to feature dual motors, all-wheel drive, and output levels competitive with other premium electric SUVs in this segment. What matters here is not just how fast it accelerates, but how seamlessly it integrates performance, comfort, and intelligent assistance systems. This vehicle is designed to feel effortless at any speed, to isolate occupants from stress, and to deliver performance in a way that feels natural rather than aggressive. Mercedes is betting that the future of electric luxury is not about shock value, but about refinement at scale. And just when you think the definition of a performance electric SUV is already stretched to its limit, Porsche steps in and resets the benchmark entirely. Because no matter how powerful electric SUVs have become, Porsche approaches electrification with one non-negotiable rule: it must still feel like a Porsche. The upcoming full-electric Porsche Cayenne Turbo represents one of the most important performance transitions in the brand's history. This is not Porsche experimenting. This is Porsche committing. In its turbo configuration, the electric Cayenne is expected to deliver power well beyond 600 horsepower, placing it firmly among the most powerful electric SUVs in the world. And unlike many competitors, Porsche's focus is not just on peak output, but on sustained, repeatable performance. The electric Cayenne Turbo is built on an advanced high-voltage platform derived from Porsche's latest performance-oriented electric architecture. This allows for extremely high power flow, rapid charging capability, and precise thermal control. The battery pack is engineered not only for range, but for high discharge rates, meaning the vehicle can deliver full power repeatedly without significant drop-off due to heat or voltage limitations. Acceleration is expected to be brutal, yet controlled. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour will happen in well under 4 seconds, but what truly defines the Cayenne Turbo is how it behaves beyond that initial launch. Porsche calibrates its electric drivetrains to maintain thrust at high speeds, not just off the line. This results in strong mid-range acceleration and sustained performance on highways and mountain roads, areas where many electric SUVs begin to soften their output. Chassis tuning is where the Cayenne Turbo separates itself. Adaptive air suspension, active anti-roll systems, rear axle steering, and torque vectoring work together to counteract mass and deliver precision. Porsche's engineers do not attempt to hide the weight of the battery. They manage it. The result is an SUV that remains flat in corners, stable under heavy braking, and composed when driven aggressively. Steering feel, throttle response, and brake modulation are all tuned to Porsche standards, meaning the electric Cayenne Turbo is designed to communicate with the driver rather than isolate them. This is an electric SUV that does not feel like an appliance. It feels engineered. Charging performance is equally serious. Thanks to its high-voltage system, the electric Cayenne Turbo supports ultra-fast DC charging, allowing it to recover large amounts of range in a short time. Porsche understands that performance cars must be usable, and charging speed is part of performance in the electric era. The electric Cayenne Turbo is not just a replacement for a combustion model. It is a statement that Porsche intends to dominate the high-performance electric SUV segment the same way it has dominated internal combustion performance for decades. And Porsche doesn't stop there, because while the Cayenne represents size and authority, the Macan EV represents precision and agility. The Porsche Macan EV for 2026 is already one of the most anticipated electric SUVs in the world, and in its most powerful configuration, it delivers a level of performance that redefines the compact premium SUV segment. With dual electric motors and all-wheel drive, the Macan EV produces well over 600 horsepower in its top specification, placing it in direct competition with much larger and heavier vehicles. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes approximately 3 seconds in its highest performance form, a figure that puts the Macan EV into true sports car territory. But again, the number itself is only part of the story. Porsche has engineered the Macan EV to feel light, responsive, and alive, despite being fully electric. The battery is integrated into the vehicle structure in a way that lowers the center of gravity significantly compared to the combustion Macan. This transforms handling dynamics. The Macan EV turns in sharply, resists body roll, and maintains composure through rapid direction changes. Electric torque delivery is calibrated to feel progressive rather than abrupt, allowing the driver to precisely modulate power mid-corner. Porsche's rear-biased all-wheel drive tuning gives the Macan EV a distinctly sporty character. Under acceleration, the vehicle feels pushed rather than pulled, reinforcing the sensation of driving a performance machine rather than a front-heavy SUV. Torque vectoring further enhances agility, allowing the Macan EV to rotate naturally through corners. The Macan EV is also built on an advanced high-voltage architecture, enabling extremely fast charging and efficient power delivery. This makes it not only fast, but practical. Short charging stops, strong highway efficiency, and predictable performance under load make it suitable for daily driving as well as spirited use. Inside, Porsche maintains its driver-focused layout. Controls are positioned with intent. Feedback is prioritized. This is not a lounge on wheels. It is a cockpit. The Macan EV is designed for drivers who want electric performance without sacrificing engagement. Together, the electric Cayenne Turbo and the Macan EV illustrate Porsche's electric philosophy perfectly. One delivers dominance and authority at scale. The other delivers agility and precision in a compact form. And finally, we close with one of the most technologically important electric SUVs to come out of Europe. The Audi Q6 e-tron, and specifically the SQ6 e-tron, represents Audi's most advanced electric SUV to date. In its most powerful configuration, the SQ6 e-tron delivers approximately 516 horsepower with launch control engaged, accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just over 4 seconds. This performance is made possible by Audi's adoption of an 800-volt electrical architecture and a battery pack with nearly 95 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity. Charging performance is exceptional, with the ability to charge from 10 to 80% in just over 20 minutes under optimal conditions. This positions the Q6 e-tron as one of the most road trip-friendly performance electric SUVs available. Audi has also focused heavily on chassis balance and driving precision. The SQ6 e-tron features adaptive suspension, advanced all-wheel drive torque management, and precise steering calibration. The goal is to create an SUV that feels confident and composed at high speed without sacrificing comfort in everyday driving. The Q6 e-tron is not just about straight-line speed, it is about integration. Power, charging, software, and driving dynamics are all designed to work together seamlessly. This is Audi showing what its electric future looks like when all the pieces come together. So what does all of this tell us? By 2026, the electric SUV is no longer a compromise vehicle. It is no longer slower, heavier, or less engaging than its combustion predecessors. In many cases, it is faster, more capable, and more technologically advanced. From compact performance machines like the Volvo EX30 Cross Country to full-size electric giants like the Cadillac Escalade IQ, the spectrum of electric SUVs now covers every possible use case without sacrificing power. Horsepower figures, once reserved for supercars, are now common in family vehicles. 800-volt architectures are becoming the norm. Charging times are shrinking, software is becoming as important as hardware, and the definition of performance is expanding beyond acceleration to include consistency, efficiency, and intelligence. This is not the future anymore. This is happening now, and this is just the beginning.